Hello, my name is Christopher Bebo, and it's a privilege to come your way again today. Today, I'll be talking about built to last, and the emphasis will be laying the foundation for an enduring legacy. Laying the foundation for an enduring legacy. The Bible text will be Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 to 25. Matthew chapter 7, verse 24 to 25, where Jesus was talking about a person that built his house on a rock and the one that built his house on the sand. Both of them had same experiences, but the outcomes were different. And what led to the differences in the outcome was basically in the foundation of the houses they built. Now, when you compare the rock and the sand, I ask you a question: which one is stronger? Your answer, of course, will be the rock, not the sand. And because the rock is stronger, it implies that whatever structure that you build on the rock will stand the test of time, as compared to what is built on sand, which will not last. As a matter of fact, whatever you actually build on sand will need additional support for it to be able to stand for a couple of times. That is the truth. Now, if you in the Israelites' journey to the wilderness, in their journey through the wilderness to the promised land, there was actually a shorter route that God could have taken them through that would lead them quicker, faster to the promised land. However, God did not do that, because doing that would mean that they would lose some vital lessons for survival. And so what he did is that he took them through the path in which he was sure they are going to learn some lessons, so that by the time they are coming out of that wilderness to go and enter the promised land, they will not run away from the battles that they might face. And that's why I'm also encouraging you as a person to what? To endure the process. Like I mentioned, building houses on sand is quicker and cheaper. And a lot of us, it is these quicker and cheaper things we like. And I'm here to tell you that what quick fix methods don't solve problems permanently. Or they just do just a cosmetic approach. They don't deal with it. So in building a lasting foundation, you need to endure the process. All this quick fix method will not take anyone anywhere. They will not take you anywhere. So endure the process. It may be tough now, it may be difficult now, but I encourage you, if you go through it, it will be worth it on the long run. So stay true to the process. Don't try to cut the process. Exodus 13, verse 17 to 18. Exodus 13, 17 to 18. The Bible says, when Pharaoh let the people go, and God did not lead them on the road through the Philistine country, though that was shorter. For God said, if they face war, they might change their mind and return to Egypt. So God led them around the desert toward the Red Sea. The Israelites went up out of Egypt ready for battle. So there were things that God knew they were going to experience along that journey on that long route that will prepare them for what? For battle. So, like I mentioned earlier, don't subscribe to quick fix method. It will not help your journey. It will actually crash your journey. Endure the process. Endure the process. It may be tough now, but endure the process. In that Matthew chapter 7, our anchor text, the main theme of Jesus' teaching was not just to be building houses. It's not just building physical houses. His main theme was actually building structures that would last. And as the greatest rabbi himself, he only used things that we can easily relate with. Things like sands, things like rock, as instructional tools or teaching materials to help our understanding. And then he now went further to identify three major challenges that houses, in this case, houses represent an individual, represent a family, represent an organization, represent a system, represent a nation. He identified three challenges that they may face. He said, first thing, the rain would descend. Second thing is that what? The storm would come. And the third thing is that what? The wind will blow. He now mentioned that any family, any house, any group of people, any organization that survive the descending of the rain, that survives the coming of the storm, that survives the blowing of the wind, is built on a rock. But the one that does not survive these three major challenges obviously is built on a sand foundation. And that's the reason why you can see the importance of investing in your foundation. Very, very important. The importance of investing in your foundation, because how well you stand, how far you go is predicated on your foundation. The rain, the storm, and the wind, they have to do with nature. Hence, as human beings, so long as you are in this natural realm, you are going to have encounters, face-to-face encounters with the rain, face-to-face encounter with the storm, face-to-face encounters with the wind. Have it settled in your mind, you cannot escape them. As a person, you can't escape them. As a family, you can't escape them. As an organization, you can't escape them. As a ministry, you can't escape them. And as a nation, I dare say, you can't escape them. Some of you have gone through your own wind. You've had your own rain. You've had your own storm. And for some of you, right now, as you are hearing me, the rain is coming on you. The storm is descending. The wind is blowing. And for some other persons, their appointment with this three is scheduled for a later date. But one thing is that so long as you are humans, you are going to face them. You are going to face them. And Jesus also mentioned that encounters with these three things has one out of two outcomes. One out of two things will happen. Either the person, the organization, the family, the nation survives it, or they become the victim. So you are either a survivor or a casualty. My charge to you today is this: invest in your foundation. Invest in your foundation so that when the rain descends, when the storm comes, when the wind blows, rather than being a casualty, you will not only survive, you will also thrive. And I trust that you will be standing and you will be thriving. God bless you. Thank you.